A lot of NetWatcher customers just use NetWatcher for situational awareness, to deal with the issues that they have going on, to really understand what a SIM looks like and understand what endpoint detection looks like, and really intrusion detection and advanced correlation. So it can be a pretty high-level tool across many spectrums, and a lot of our customers just stay in the alarm level, that's post-correlation. But we also enable the tool to be used by security analysts as well, so the pre-correlation view. And so I really want to show you the power of the tool, not just the things you see in the alarms, but actually the things you see in the events. And if you go into your user profile, just say My Profile, and up pops User Experience Profile. And if you make sure it's set to immediate, you get this Advanced tab here. And if you're in the Advanced tab, this is really the pre-correlation view. You have a view into what's happening on the endpoints, you have a view what's happening at the SIM level, and you have a view what's happening at both the NetFlow and the IDS level, intrusion detection level. And so let's just go through a few of these first. So the first one I'll demo here is just what the intrusion detection side looks like. So I notice that you've got this grouped view here, so I'm going to flip over to that. So rather than just seeing a list of events, I want to see them all grouped together. And you got to make sure you have the events highlighted up here. And I'm just want to point out a few things. This is the filter area, and you create your filters here. If you don't create a filter, it just gives you everything. You don't want to do that necessarily. You really want to filter down your data, and it gives the ability to give a chart here, and then you see your data down here. So I'm going to pull up a couple filters that I've made previous to this. Here's one that just looks at IDS events for the last month that are of nature Trojan or exploit or malware. So you see here that all the filter logic appears here. It's very much like a typical search you would do into a large database, but we try to make it as easy as we can for you. So the first search here, you'll see that I want a signature that has anything malware related or Trojan related or exploit related for the last month. And I can make this as complicated of a filter as we want, but I won't do that at this point for demo purposes. I'll just show you this specific one here. I'm going to hit Apply Filter, and you're going to see this little button up here, Save Filter. What this does is says, if this ever happens in the future, send me an SMS or an email. So if this ever trips, which we call it a tripwire if that happens, send me an SMS or email. If I check that, it'll happen. It'll get sent to what's ever listed in my profile, whatever cell phone number or whatever email address. But with it just lists it here. And so the first thing you see here is just a list of malware events that have occurred on this network. Again, this is pre-correlation view, and some of these are occurring because of the IDS, some of them are occurring but by the Syslog as well. I see some of those in here. It's because I didn't filter them down. I can easily come in here and also say, I just want type IDS, and then it would just show the IDS events, and notice how they filtered themselves out. Also know that you can see the number of events here, when the latest event occurred, and you can click chart here as well, and it'll build you a chart. This will also put the last 10 events here and what's the percentage of each one. It'll put it on a nice little bar chart by date, because this we asked for it over the month. If I wanted to switch to a pie chart, I could do that as well. I could also just dig into the events below or click into them here. It depends on how you wanted to view it. And maybe I came down here and I saw something that I really wanted to dig into, like I saw this adware, install core. So I dig into it, I get the list of the events, I dig into the actual event, and I see that, yeah, this is an emerging threats snort type role that tripped, and here's the asset on the internal network talking to an asset in Ireland at a specific IP address over port 80, which is HTTP. The first time and last time it occurred, it's over TCP IP. Let's look at the header of the packet. I can see everything in the packet. Looks like this is the URL that was used here. Looks like a post. You can see the payload. You can download it into Wireshark if you want to. It just downloads the PCAP there. You can pull it up into Wireshark and look at it here if you want to. It's just one packet. You can actually open up the event here and look at the hex if you just want a quick view of it. Look at the actual rule that tripped here. It looks like a pretty good rule. Looks like a pretty long piece of data. That being said, let's look at the entire net flow of the whole session, and you can see a lot of bytes to the server, a lot of bytes back, 66 packets there, 42 packets back. So it was a long conversation. And then you can look at all the related events that occurred within the hour on the same asset to figure out if there's any other interesting activity. And then the NetWatcher analysts are constantly putting comments in here for each other that you might find useful as well. Remember, the analysts are doing this work for you, so you don't have to. All I'm doing is showing you the power of the tool. And now let's go back and just look at a couple other filters that might be of interest to you. So let's first thing we want to do is reset this filter and make sure we're on grouped. Oh, sorry, I reset the wrong one. So we're on grouped. And let's look at a couple other things. Let's maybe look at some Syslog traffic. Remember that you can go into the Sensors tab and put different Syslogs that you wanted pointed at the sensor. Let's just look at some of the things that are more Windows Auth related. If you did put our agent on your Windows server, or if you just point the Syslogs from, or the event logs to our sensor, you'd see Windows Auth events. We're going to apply that. And we see that there's 3 different types of them within the last week. Again, this is a test network, so you're not going to see a lot on it, but it's enough to give you a demo. You hit the chart here. You can see the activity on a bar chart. You can see it on a pine chart. You can see it on a line chart. And then you can also dig into these things as well. And you can create your own little logic here. Like I said, if you hit apply filter, you would be able to set your own threshold to allow it to send you an SMS or an email address that ever happened in the future. Now, let's actually look at HIDs. So let's look at something else on the endpoint. So we'll pull up the HIDs filter that I had here, and I just said, give me type equals HIDs, which basically tells you everything off the endpoint, and give it to me for the last month. And I'm going to hit go there, and you'll see that there are several things. These are all OSSEC related type events. If you're familiar with the OSSEC project, it's a great open source project. From a security perspective, a lot of companies use it. And you just go through here and you can see all the specific events, and you can dig into each one of them and get the specific details. And so that's a little bit about how security analysts might use the tool. Pretty powerful. You can set tripwires, you can create your own alarm logic, and you can just do your own research. Okay, enough for now. Thank you. Bye.